Jordan Peterson has ruffled a lot of feathers since his rise to fame. The controversial, conservative Canadian has even been called dangerous by The Guardian, but he's still got quite the cult following of his own, and some of his life lessons do make sense. Wondering what we're talking about? Stay tuned as we share some of the clinical psychologist's words of wisdom with you. So let's dive right in. First up, a confident posture is key. We've all heard about how confidence can help you achieve anything you set your heart to, but there's often one step that we end up forgetting: fixing our posture. Peterson believes this plays a huge role in how people treat us. If we appear confident, it's automatically going to result in people treating us positively, so our perception of ourselves will improve automatically. But how can all of this be connected? If we get acceptance from society, our brain releases serotonin, which makes us feel good. But bad posture ends up discouraging the movement of serotonin and hinders its release. So heads up and shoulders back, everyone. Next up, you're responsible for yourself. So the rehab center most of us have opened inside ourselves for others, yep, that needs to close down because we'll need to take time out. Peterson says you should treat yourself as if you're responsible. Okay, that was confusing, right? Let's break it down a bit. You're responsible for treating yourself right, so act like it. Some of us believe that we're not good enough or that we don't deserve help, but let's just tell you that it's all hokum, that our insecurities feed us. So what do we need to do about this? Be kind and stick to our principles. What are friends for if they do not want the best for you? This is something we've heard time and time again from everyone, and from the looks of it, Peterson is here to cement it into our brains. Surrounding yourself with people who want to see you succeed is important, and it's not just that. People who get happy for you are the truest of friends, and another kind is just not worth it. Because let's be honest, we already have so much on our plate. Why add bad friends on top of it all and create a bigger mess? Next up, your only comparison is with yourself. Jordan Peterson is adamant about ensuring you never compare yourself with someone else, except yourself. Yup. So if a thought pops up in your mind saying that you're doing so much better than someone else in your life, well, shut that down immediately. Instead, see if you're doing better than you were yesterday or a year ago. If there's no significant improvement, that is a cause for serious alarm. Next on the list, growth is similar to winning. This one is self-explanatory. Consistent and continuous growth is required to get anywhere in life. This life lesson can be an extension of the previous one. And hey, by no means do I think that linear growth is good enough. We, humans, are dynamic beings. We need to advance in different aspects of our personality. So ensure you're watering the metaphorical plants of your intellect, mental capacity, and spirituality. Coming up next, always pick meaning over benefit. Now, this is something we believe many of us can benefit from in today's day and age. With everyone going after material gains, it's important to stop and smell the flowers. And we get that the piles of green have some high temptations, but we learn how to resist. Do you want to live a hollow life where you're just going after money? To fully live, we've got to welcome life with open arms, which includes its sufferings and joy. Apart from this, use your life experiences and become the best version of yourself. Before you criticize everyone, take a look in the mirror. Okay, hands up if you love to blame everyone else for your problems. We're guilty of that as well, but that's not the right way to go about things. It's our responsibility to ourselves to determine the root cause of all the problems we might face in our daily lives. And, well, Peterson guarantees that most of your concerns will be solved easily after this. What's interesting is that if we begin to criticize ourselves, this would also help end all the major issues in the world, including corruption and embezzlement. Up next, the truth is your best friend. This is the first ever lesson we learn in preschool or even before that, but sadly, it's something that we need to keep reiterating. Even though lying has been glorified by many, it's still not healthy. After all, it's only done to avoid short-term pain, but we often don't understand that it's the enemy of growth. So, having trouble confronting yourself or having hard conversations, well, everyone needs to start from somewhere. But believe us, it will definitely help you in the long run. And now, keep your ears open. You've got learning to do. Peterson thinks it's very important to actively listen to what others say, since it's the best way to grow. And well, he's not the only one who says that. You must have heard this one from your grandparents, or even some wise old stranger. And well, it's true. You must assume that anyone talking to you has something very wise to share. This will help you learn multiple things in a short span of time. And if there's nothing new to learn, then hey, at least you'll be able to find out what other people think. And we count that as a win. Next, precision in speech leads to zero chaos. We're certain that you've already heard many people saying that you don't speak more than you're required to. Peterson is here to give this life lesson his stamp of approval. The man says that not only will this help you with your speech and make you appear intellectual amongst your peers, but it'll also help people with anxiety. Now, that's a smart move, isn't it? Coming up next, write till it feels as natural as breathing. According to the renowned clinical psychologist, writing is an integral skill of this century. He mentions that through this exercise, people can not just organize their thoughts, but also recall things quickly. And this skill will also help your general knowledge, apart from helping you become a better public speaker. Moving on, don't hate your job. Peterson, in his book, mentioned that many people keep wasting their lives doing things they don't like. Are you stuck in a sucky job or a bad relationship, or want to get rid of a friendship? Well, do yourself a favor and leave it. Don't think of it as a challenge that you have to overcome. Nope, sometimes you've got to pull a Rose Dawson on all this and let go. Up next, following an ideology blindly is not a good idea. Okay, so no one is asking you to roast people following certain ideologies. Peterson is simply asking you to stay away from all that. If you start following one ideology, you start treating some groups as outsiders, and they end up getting hate from you. Now, we don't want that, do we? Learn how to respect different ideas and develop empathy, but do all this from a distance. Now, do you want to become resilient? Take risks. Peterson famously said, "Leave children alone when they are skateboarding." While this might not sound like a big deal, you've got to take a look at this from a critical perspective. There's some really good advice hidden in this for all ages. Step out of your comfort zone and take risks. That's the only way you'll become strong and let go of all the inhibitions holding you back. Because, after all, it's only after falling 100 times that children learn how to do amazing tricks on their skateboards. Last but not least, little things do matter. So, we said at the start that you've got to start stopping and smelling the flowers. Well, you've got to take this lesson to heart. Peterson's version of this is pet a cat if you see one on the street. If life throws curveballs and challenges toward you, you need to slow down and focus on the little things. That's going to help you find a new perspective on everything. And what's more is that petting a cat would end up making your day. Now, isn't that true? That's a wrap for this video, folks. Which of these rules is your favorite? Did we miss out on any life lessons from the clinical psychologist? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos like this. See you in the next one with the latest updates.